Hello? Welcome to DanTechFix channel, again today and come with new video. How are you? I hope you are fine.
Windows 11.25 H2 is here. In this video, I'll show you how to download the official ISO file and create a bootable USB drive so you can install it easily. Step 1. Download ISO file. Go to official Microsoft page. Explain that this is safe. Show two options: Media Creation Tool, MCT Direct ISO Download. While the downloading and creation process is going on, let me quickly explain why this update is important and why creating a bootable USB is the best method. Windows 11.25 AH2 comes with improved performance, better security, and new features that make your PC more stable. Many people try to upgrade directly from Windows Update, but that sometimes causes errors or crashes. By using a bootable USB, you get a clean installation, which means fewer problems and a faster system. This method also helps if your current Windows is corrupted, or if you bought a new SSD or hard disk and want to install the OS fresh. Another benefit is that once you have a bootable USB, you can use it on multiple systems without downloading the file again, which saves time and internet data. If you're wondering about system requirements, yes, Windows 11 still needs TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot, but tools like Rufus can help bypass those checks if you are installing on unsupported hardware. So, even if you have an older laptop or PC, you may still be able to try Windows 11.25 H2. And don't worry, Rufus is a safe tool used worldwide, and it doesn't harm your system or USB. Just make sure the pen drive you are using is empty, because the creation process will erase all files permanently. That's why I recommend using a dedicated USB just for Windows installations. While we wait for this to finish, remember you can also store this ISO file in your PC for future use. If a new update comes, you can simply replace the file and create a new USB. This way, you'll always have the latest Windows version ready to install whenever you need it.
Now while this process is running, let's talk a little more in detail about why making a bootable USB is such an important skill for every computer user. Most people think that installing Windows is something only a technician can do, but actually anyone can do it if you know the correct steps. When Microsoft releases a new build like Windows 11.25 H2, the ISO file is available for free on their official website. The only challenge is how to use that file properly. If you just download it and keep it on your desktop, it's not going to work. You need to write it onto a USB drive in a special way so that your system can boot from it. That is what tools like Rufus do. They make your USB drive bootable by formatting it in a certain structure. This structure allows your computer to recognize the USB as an installation media. That's why you cannot simply copy and paste the ISO file to your pen drive. You have to use a proper creator tool. Another thing to understand is why clean installation is better than direct upgrades. When you upgrade from Windows Update, many background files remain in your system. These leftover files sometimes cause slow performance or update errors. But when you format the system and do a clean install with a bootable USB, everything starts fresh. Your PC feels faster, more stable, and you don't get those random errors that many people complain about after updates. Yes, the only thing you have to remember is to back up your personal files before formatting, because once you do a clean installation, all the data on that drive will be erased permanently. Also, people often ask me, can I use the same bootable USB for more than one PC? The answer is yes. As long as it is created once, you can use it multiple times. This is especially useful if you are someone who helps friends, family, or customers. Instead of downloading the ISO file again and again, you can simply plug in the same pen drive and install Windows on different machines. It saves a lot of time and internet data. Now, let's touch on system requirements. Windows 11 has some strict requirements like TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot, which are not available on older PCs. Normally, this would block the installation, but thanks to Rufus, you can skip those checks if you want to install on unsupported hardware. Many people still have older laptops with good performance but without TPM, and this method gives them a chance to experience Windows 11 25H2. But keep in mind, installing on unsupported devices may mean you don't get all updates in the future. Another tip: always keep a copy of the ISO file stored safely on your hard disk or external drive. Because if something happens to your current Windows, or if you want to reinstall later, you don't need to waste time downloading it again. You can quickly open Rufus, select that same ISO, and create a new bootable USB within a few minutes. In fact, professionals usually keep different versions of Windows ISO files saved, like Windows 1. While the download and creation process is running, let me take this time to explain a bit more about what's new in Windows 11 version 25H2 and why you should consider upgrading. Every time Microsoft releases a new feature update, it's not just about changing the look, it's mainly about improving the performance, fixing known bugs, and enhancing the security of your system. In 25H2, you'll notice that updates install faster and take less downtime, which is a big improvement compared to older versions. Microsoft has also optimized memory usage and background processes, so if you're using a mid-range or older laptop, you may see smoother performance. One of the biggest highlights of Windows 11 is its modern design. Rounded corners, centered taskbar, and new animations make it look clean and professional. In the 25H2 version, Microsoft continues to polish these visuals, but the real changes are under the hood, like better driver compatibility and more stable updates. Another key feature is the security improvements. Cybersecurity threats are increasing every day, and Microsoft has built stronger protection against malware, ransomware, and phishing attacks. Even if you are a normal home user, these improvements mean your system is safer when browsing, shopping online, or opening emails. Now, some people might ask, why not just wait for the update to arrive automatically? The reason is, big updates like 25H2 don't reach every PC on day one. Microsoft releases them slowly in phases, and sometimes it takes months before your system shows the update in Windows Update. By manually downloading the ISO and creating a bootable USB, you don't have to wait. You can install the latest version today. This method also helps if your Windows Update is broken or showing errors, which is a common problem for many users. Another thing worth talking about is flexibility. With this one USB drive, you can do a clean install, repair your PC, or even upgrade another system. Imagine your friend or family member's computer suddenly stops booting. You don't need to panic or rush to a repair shop. With your bootable USB, you can reinstall Windows and bring their system back to life within an hour. That's why I always say keeping a Windows USB in your drawer is like having a first aid kit for your PC. Also, in this new version, Microsoft has focused more on AI integration, smoother multitasking, and better support for modern hardware. If you have a newer laptop with hybrid CPUs or NVMe SSDs, you'll see noticeable performance improvements compared to Windows 10. For gamers, Windows 11 still supports direct storage and auto HDR, and with 25H2, these technologies get more refined. So whether you are a professional, a student, or a gamer, upgrading to 25H2 will give you a better overall experience. Finally, let me give you a few tips. Always make sure your important files are backed up before installing any major Windows version. A bootable USB is a powerful tool, but once you use.
While the process of downloading and creating the Windows 11 25H2 bootable USB is running, let me take this time to share with you in detail everything related to this update, the installation process, why a bootable USB is useful, the benefits of a clean install compared to a normal upgrade, what new features you can expect in Windows 11 25H2, some troubleshooting tips. and also my personal recommendations for making sure your computer runs smoothly after installation. A lot of people underestimate the importance of having a bootable USB drive ready, but it is honestly one of the most powerful tools that any computer user can have in their pocket. Imagine one day your computer refuses to boot, you keep restarting but nothing happens, or maybe you are stuck on a blue screen error. In those moments, a bootable USB drive with the latest Windows version can save you. Instead of depending on a technician or service center, you simply insert your USB, boot from it, and in less than an hour your PC can be up and running again. This is why I always tell viewers, and even my friends, that creating a Windows bootable USB is not just a one-time task, it's an investment in being independent with your computer. Now, when we specifically talk about Windows 11 25H2, this version brings a lot of refinements. The overall look of Windows 11 remains modern with its rounded corners, center taskbar, and clean animations, but under the hood Microsoft has worked a lot on performance and security. Applications open faster, the system feels smoother, and stability has been improved compared to older builds. One major reason people should upgrade to 25H2 is security. This update includes stronger defenses against malware, ransomware, and phishing attacks, which means that whether you are a student browsing the web or a professional working with sensitive data, your PC is more secure by default. Another area of improvement is productivity features, like snap layouts and virtual desktops, which now work more smoothly and give you better ways to organize multiple applications. If you are someone who multitasks a lot, you'll definitely notice the difference. In addition, Microsoft is slowly adding AI-powered features like Copilot integration, smarter voice control, and better system suggestions. These AI tools are not just marketing, they actually make your system feel more interactive and helpful, especially if you like hands-free operation or quick commands. Gaming is another aspect where Windows 11 has an edge. With direct storage and auto HDR, load times are reduced and visuals are enhanced, and 25H2 optimizes these further. So if you are a gamer, this update is worth trying. Now, let me talk about system requirements because many people worry about whether their PC can run Windows 11 25H2. Officially, yes, it requires TPM 2.0 and secure boot, along with at least 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB storage. But with Rufus, which is the tool we are using right now, you can bypass those checks. Now, let's talk about some hidden features in 25H2 that you may find interesting. The File Explorer has been modernized, the Settings app has more options moved from the old control panel, and there is tighter integration with OneDrive and Microsoft accounts. These changes may look small, but they add up to a more consistent and polished system. If you use your PC for work, you'll also notice better support for multiple monitors, improved snapping, and better memory management when switching between heavy apps. For laptop users, battery efficiency is improved as well, so you might see a little extra usage time compared to older builds. Another nice thing is faster update installation. 25H2 applies updates in the background more efficiently, which means less waiting time when you restart your PC. That's a big relief compared to Windows 10 days where updates took forever. Finally, let's talk about what to do after installation. Once you install Windows 11 25H2 successfully, the first step is to install all drivers, then activate Windows if you have a license key, and finally check Windows Update to get the latest patches. After that, you can install your apps, whether it's Chrome, Photoshop, Office, or games. Organize your system from the beginning so that it runs smoothly. And of course, don't forget to secure it, enable Windows security, or install a trusted antivirus if you prefer. By following these steps, your system will remain stable for a long time. So while the creation process is running, just remember this. Spending 20 minutes now to create a bootable USB will save you hours, even days, of trouble in the future. This small step gives you full control over your PC and ensures that no matter what happens, you always have a way to recover and reinstall Windows easily.